it's fully shaped by the world around me. In that I started playing music because of relationships. So music is a language, and the language that we used in my house oftentimes was music. So I have two older brothers that played jazz music, and if I wanted to hang out with them, I'd have to learn how to play music. So I'd be like, how do I get my bass to stop buzzing? And my older brother would look at me and say, learn how to not suck. So it was kind of a dog-eat-dog world within my house of learning how to first play music. And then in high school, when I started taking music more seriously, there was kind of two parts to that, which was, and this is once again terrible, but on one side, I was like, wow, if I play the guitar, girls like that. And not only that, but if I learn how to play music better, I can hang out. Once again, my brothers were playing music in a professional sense. So I really focused on the craft and learning the language of music. Now, as an adult and diving into my own voice and finding that voice, when I first started playing music, it was based around a church community. And so I was writing music, and the sound of the music, this kind of the imagination of it, was built around the same ideas or thoughts that was within my own church community. And so from there, that kind of evolved into the people often are formed by, their worldview is formed by the trauma that they've faced or the wounds that they have. And so the more that I have gotten to travel, and the more that I've grown older and in pastoral work as well as an artist, being able to travel around the world and you hear different stories, you notice that the way that you view the world is quite different than the way that a lot of other people view the world. And from that, that's really shaped the language that I use, because instead of just using language that I felt like came from my old tribe, now I've gone like, how do I speak to multiple people, and how do I speak to that trauma or to that pain or to that injustice that they may feel?
It's beautiful.
So I think Christian music, the one thing when it's being true in its best form, because I can talk about its ugly form, but we'll focus on its best form. On its best form, it's honest, and you look at like the Psalms, and it can question, and it can wrestle, it can have doubt, it can have pain, and in the middle of doubt and wrestling and pain, that's where you find Jesus. So oftentimes in Christianity, when we talk about the nature of Jesus, we will think about a superhero man that actually isn't a man. So Jesus is fully God, and yet also is fully man. And so incarnational theology for many evangelicals or post-evangelicals is something that's hard to wrap our mind around. And so we often forget the stories of Jesus that are so human and so in the ground and so messy, and who he hangs out with and how he's always for the poor and what that looks like. And so Christian art should be something that is messy and grimy and deals with, honestly deals with the human heart and the human condition. However, sadly, sometimes we forget the narrative of the incarnational thought, and we only tend to focus on the end. And so, is there more than just the focus of the end of the story? And I think that's where good Christian art can oftentimes show us life fully now, and can point to an alternative narrative now that involves justice and peacemaking.